what's the return on investment on translations, and what's the cost of not doing it?
Actually, it's quite a long answer, but what I would like to do is shorten it into maybe three main points, the ones that I think are the most critical. And I'll give you an example of a real life example of one of the antivirus companies we had worked for several years back. Is if you ask them, what were their top four languages to translate, and they would say FIGS, which stands for French, Italian, German, Spanish. And I asked the head of localization. I said, how much money does each one of them make for you? And he looked up at me, says, is that really important? We just do all these four languages all the time. And fortunately, I was still touching with the person. And 1 year later, after they had done all the research and collected all the data, he said, look, we collected data for the last 6 years. And now we know that the French, German and Spanish make the most money. We don't get anything from Italy because we don't even sell in Italy, right? So they've got a localized product, but they are not retailing, or they are not even, they don't have any partners in Italy to sell the product, right? So the return of investments is therefore directly related to the first thing, is sales and revenue from that particular market you are localizing for. So, and it works in a slightly reverse way, in the sense is that you have to do a bit of market research, and we've got tools called the Language Atlas, in which you can put in a few details to get a certain amount of estimates. It's a tool that has been generated with a lot of research and data. Of course, it doesn't have everything, but it still gives you a fair idea to make a judgment if you want to go into that market. And of course, there are many other considerations. Every product is different, and every target market is different. But the way to look at ROI is really, if you want to go into languages, is do a bit of market research, collect data, and see if that's the market you want to go and sell there. And keep collecting data as to what, for example, let's say if it's on the website, then it's quite easy to track, right? From what country, what kind of revenue is coming, what are the conversion rates, what is the average order value, in fact, even the fact that how many people are visiting, but they're not making a purchase. So there's an opportunity there which you are not able to, convert, right? And one of the things that indirectly can be looked at the ROI is the customer support related items. There has been a lot of research in our field to say that when you start addressing a market in the local language, because a person starts understanding that particular product much better in their language, the cost of customer service goes down. So while the revenue is one side of it, there is also the cost side of it. So if you have a 20% reduction or a 50% reduction in the customer service related items just because you are available in that language, that also is a return on investment. But so you have to look at both the top line and the bottom, right? And then there is the opportunity of reducing the risk. So if let's say, we know there's a lot of political trouble these days, so just let me highlight that example, is you don't know which market is going to behave in which manner the next day. So by being in different countries, if one or two countries just go down in the list of your items, you are just spreading your list in different countries. So it's not only the revenue, but also the risk factor that you are reducing by going into different countries if your product is like that. So I think those are the three big ROI points that we look at for any product.